Today we're going to be looking at pennies all the way from the 1950s up into the 2000s, and we're going to be looking at some major type of mint errors that can take place on pennies that give them some pretty good value. Now here's a 1958 wheat penny. It looks very normal on the obverse of the coin. You know, a coin from 1958 in this condition would not really be worth anything unless it had a mint error like this. So in this case, the penny has been split. It has a split planchet after the strike. It only weighs 1.5 grams as a result. You can kind of see a mirrored image of the obverse design. You don't see the reverse design of the wheat penny here. This coin, graded by NGC, ended up selling for $77. So had it been in, you know, a higher grade or something, it could have sold for more money. Now this next coin here has not only been struck off center, but it was struck off center onto a straight clipped planchet. So you guys know the planchet is what the coin design gets struck onto in order to create the coin. This is a straight clipped planchet, and this coin ended up selling for $180. Moving right along to a double strike mint error taking place on a 1964 Lincoln penny, and this coin here ended up selling for $384. I think this error kind of speaks for itself there as well. Graded by NGC at a mint state 64 brown. Keep in mind your pennies will either grade at a brown, brown, or red. Red is always the best, of course. Like in this case, this coin is graded at a red, and it has been triple struck. So instead of a double strike, we got a triple strike here. This penny ended up selling for $576, graded by NGC. Moving right along to one of my favorite types of mint errors, we have a 1968 Lincoln penny design that was struck onto a coin from Costa Rica, a 10-cent Costa Rican coin from 1967. So very, very rare type of mint error here. This coin sold for over $4,500. That's right, over a $4,000 coin. And of course you see both the Lincoln cent design and the Costa Rica 10-cent coin design as well, because you know, we have a Lincoln penny design that was struck onto a Costa Rican coin, right? So $4,500 for that coin. Now here is an even more interesting and more valuable type of error, again on a Costa Rica 5-cent coin from 1967. So this is a 1968 Lincoln cent design once again, and you'll actually see the Costa Rica coin was struck into the obverse of this 1968 penny. So how cool is that, man? Could you imagine coming across something like this? I mean, super, super rare type of coin here, sold for over $10,000 at auction. Graded by NGC. Moving right along to a 1973 Lincoln penny. Not in the best condition. You know, it's graded at a 65 brown, you know, pretty common for a 1973 penny to be in this condition, to be honest, but it does have a mint error here on the obverse of the coin. You can see that it has been struck through some sort of fragment, and that will give the coin all of its value. This coin ended up selling for $228. Next up, speaking of fragments, we have a 1995 Lincoln cent design that was struck onto a fragment. So it only weighs, you know, around half a gram. You know, of course, these pennies are supposed to weigh 2.5 grams, and this coin ended up selling for $240 because of that mint error. Next up is a penny from the year 2000 that has a couple different type of mint errors going on here. We have first a broad strike. The coin has been broad struck. You'll see that around the rim of the coin. And then we also have an obverse brockage. So again, major type of mint error coin here. This penny ended up selling for $94 at auction. And then here is another major mint error. So it's a no dated Lincoln cent. Can't see the date because this coin has a reverse capped die. So this penny, graded by NGC at a mint state 67, ended up selling for around $120. And then here is another fragment, only weighing, you know, less than half a gram this time. No dated Lincoln cent, struck onto a fragment, sold for $372. Of course, that's a major error as well. These are not things that you could typically find in your everyday pocket change, right? But we do have tons of videos showing you guys what you can look for from the bank or in pocket change that can be extremely valuable, even modern coins like the 2023 penny. So feel free to check those videos out here on on the page. And don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Feel free to check out the videos to the left of me. And until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.